Halloween night. Two friends at the end of the long party meet a stranger they can't seem to shake. He's not chasing them. He's just showing up where he shouldn't be. A pizza shop, street corner, a doorway in the dark. At first, it feels like bad luck. The night stretches on, the lights fade out, and what started as a joke turns into something cruel, and something that doesn't need a reason to exist. Tonight on Survive the Night podcast, talking about Terrifier.
All right,
we're here.
Nathan and Paul time. That's the name of the show now.
Yep, the Nathan and Paul
actually, we
time.
have this. It's in my Never Not Certain doc, but this is actually Survive the Night.
Yep.
It's going to be nighttime pretty soon. That's usually true every day, every time you hear this.
It is definitely night as we record this.
Yeah, so we're here to talk about a pretty terrifying film, Cool World, directed by Ralph Bakshi.
Yeah.
Have you seen that thing, man?
This
God.
feels like those times where you think you studied the wrong thing for the test.
No.
You're just like, oh shit.
No, just more recently than our actual subject today, I've seen Cool World, and wow, that's a real movie they made. It's got Bradley Pitt in it as a young man.
Yeah.
Gabriel Byrne, star of Miller's Crossing, has to just be a cartoon character goofball, and it's not really something I associate with that guy.
Sure.
Kim Basinger is when she becomes a real person, she has to act really sillier than I've ever seen her be. So remarkable stuff. So yeah, check that out.
A lot
I'm
of
sure
range.
It's probably on Criterion or something. It's that good. So 4K Kino video. Surely somebody has it on an artisanal disc. So it's worth up to 100 USD, I'd say, to see that. I
don't know if you're being sarcastic or not at this point anymore. It's kind of gone full circle.
Yeah, I enjoyed my time, but that is such a weird movie. You should probably watch at least 3 other Ralph Bakshi movies before you're ready for that one. Then you'll see what's going on. Fritz the Cat, all these classics.
Who doesn't love
we're
Fritz
not
the
here.
Cat?
Yeah, Walt Disney, I don't know if he did, but
Probably.
he's dead now, so Michael Eisner probably didn't really like it, but who cares?
Yeah.
Cool people like Fritz the Cat, so yeah. But hey, similar in underground cinema.
Honestly, yeah,
a little bit. It's getting big now, though. If you go to Spencer's Gifts, you'd assume this is Jason Voorhees or something. This is big mascot.
He is very much the new generation Jason Voorhees, which is weird. Yeah, actually. Huh.
I like that he's a cross-pollination. We're talking about art, the art of cinema, and also a man named Art, a clown man. The cover is sure showing you one of the things that happens in
Well,
Terrifier.
you know what's funny is that this, I guess this is horrible for audio only, but this is one of those, this is the actual cover, but it has the reversible, because this, if they put it on the counter, would probably piss off parents.
I guess so. That seems like what you'd see at the Grindhouse theater, which is very much the lowbrow business we're dealing with Terrifier. This is the real feature now. We talked about the short quite a while ago. Now,
about 2 months, not as long as you think.
2 months.
Yeah,
since it went up. All Hallows Eve, which is anthology horror, which is a genre I just really like. This is a slasher movie. This is
it is
murders are going to happen, a massacre of sorts. Do they call the city Mid County or something? Do you remember what it's called?
It's like Deer Hill. The Deer Hills Mall or whatever is where the pizza place is. So I can't remember the name of the county, but it's something like what you were saying.
I'm just seeing if the people who helpfully wrote the summary decide to tell you where this is, or if they just liked explaining murders. They just like
okay.
explaining murders. So
Who doesn't? Because we're going to be
yeah,
talking a bunch about that this
I
episode.
guess
So,
so. Yeah.
yeah.
So yeah, this is Damien Leone's first hit. I don't know. Like, I guess All Hallows Eve spun into a bunch of stuff too, so I'm sure he gets franchise rights or something for that.
I
But
guess, yeah.
this is as far as I've gotten in these. I haven't seen the sagas of 2 and 3 yet. We will
Same.
presumably do those. So we're doing this kind of berserk style where we don't know what goes on later, so we're speculating about the future. So there's people out there who will scoff because they know, but I think
Yeah.
that's part of the joy maybe of a movie like this. Watching it a second time, I had to think like, oh, once you know all the horrible things that happen, you could vicariously enjoy a crowd freaking out because they're
Yeah.
seeing stuff that you know is going to happen. So then you get to hear the shock and awe happen, I would suppose. I didn't get to see any of these in theaters. 3 was the closest, like, in proximity of time where I was aware of the films then. I'd seen the first 2. I was like, I guess I could run out and see 3, but that seems wrong. And then I missed my chance.
Which was last year, as of us recording
That was last
this.
year.
Yeah.
Last Christmas-ish time, November, I think it came out.
Yes.
But yeah. So you watched the commentary for this
I've
one.
seen this thing 3 or 4 times now because I watched it once like a while back. Then
Oh, okay.
I watched it again like normally, and then I watched it again with commentary, and at that time Erin sat in with me because it was over the weekend here and she was home. And
Okay.
I guess like the commentary like takes you out of that moment so much because people are talking over it and joking or whatever that she was totally okay with it, and like it wasn't
Yeah.
maybe scarring at that point anymore. The immersion is gone, right? Because people are kind of joking about stuff and talking about like, oh, we had to do this like this or whatever, and like
Whatever tense atmosphere is normally fostered,
it's broken.
is gone. So
It's
yeah.
completely gone. Yeah.
Who's chatting on that one? Do you remember?
It is the dudes you would want. It's Damien and oh my god, I'm trying to remember his name. Art the Clown, the main guy. Crap, what's his name?
Okay, it's David Howard Thornton.
Yeah, David Howard Thornton. Yeah.
Who has played Art the most? Like last time we were talking about a different actor, but hopefully we mentioned that in that podcast because I can't remember anymore. This is now on all the merch and stuff. This is the Art you're gonna see. But
Yeah.
as a slasher like mascot kind of guy, I find him interesting because he combines various elements of popular ones, but into this kind of unique blend or whatever. Like he's quiet like Jason, but he's always on screen like a Freddy, and he's taunting and malicious like a Freddy.
Yeah.
But he doesn't have the advantage or disadvantage of crappy catchphrases. So he maintains some menace or oddness.
Yeah.
As a mime, and we all know mimes are kind of unnerving and scary. So I like that it plays into that a little bit.
And one thing that gets brought up in that commentary, which kind of shifted the way that I see that movie now, that I guess I didn't really notice before, is that there's a point in that movie when they get to the building where everything happens or whatever, that it is shot in a way that even though Art is like chasing them, he is actually now the star of the show, which is why there's a lot of times when she's hiding and like he's like looking after her, the camera will still like follow what he's doing from her point of view. And I thought that was kind of interesting where it's like Art has become like the focal point for us, even though he's still skulking in the shadows looking for her.
I guess once you get to the building, yeah, like it kind of, is it Tara, I guess, is the main person you're following for the first like half hour or whatever.
Yes.
Yeah, like I guess I kind of want to talk about the very first scene before we jump to that, but whatever. We'll talk about this moment here first. Just kind of her and her friend Dawn coming out of a Halloween party or whatever and trying to get home, and then they see the wrong person walking down the street with his trash bag, and it just kind of you just don't want that to happen.
Wrong place, wrong time.
I like the short that was in All Hallows Eve, I like the train station scene, I guess, in that, where you're just kind of like, oh, sitting across from me is just the worst person. I don't like this. Like, there's just this kind of discomfort. You get a little bit of that in the pizza parlor.
Yeah.
Where there's sort of still just this like social contract happening where it's like, is that guy bothering you? Like the pizza guys are just kind of like, well, there's a weird guy here, but it's Halloween and you're in a costume that's allowed. Like, I'm not sure really what's happening here, but they're just kind of, or like her friend Dawn has like no fear sensors in her mind, I guess.
Yeah.
I don't know if she's dulled too much by drinking or what, or her phone. Like, it seemed like, is this just criticizing Gen Z's assertiveness or something like that? Like they're the main characters in their minds or something? There was
so
something
apparently
about selfies and whatnot.
They very specifically also said that they wanted a thing where like the Instagram moment of like her taking a selfie and just being kind of obnoxious about it too or whatever.
Yeah.
And there's like, she does the like little nose flick and everything, and there's kind of fun callbacks later when he does what he does. He gives her like a little nose, like, yeah, it's weird. There's some weird, like, really disgusting, dark, almost satire going on in there.
Yeah. The very intro, though, I like that it kind of plays around with, like, it tells you there's only one survivor, and then you see the survivor, but they're so disfigured you don't really know who it is. So and they speak like distorted and everything. So all you really know, despite them telling you a thing happened, is that one of these people will make it. So, but the first time I watched it, I was kind of faked out by like, oh, I'm assuming this is the last girl because this movie is playing it this way. Yeah. And then they kind of rudely say, no, that's not correct at all, when our character gets shot in the face like 9 times. And then it's like, oh, okay. I guess I should have realized how badly this was going to probably be. But I was still in a mode where that was surprising, I guess. I was still thrown a little by that.
It's but pretty interesting,
three
too.
times. Yeah.
Because they very specifically don't... So the way they introduce her is like a TV broadcast, a television broadcast, where she's being interviewed after this... After she woke up from a coma, being in a coma for a year after the incident, essentially. And they very specifically don't say her name either, which is not something that an interview would do. They wouldn't just refer to her as the victim.
Might help a little bit by like fuzzing out a couple times. So like they might have skipped over a moment where that would have happened or whatever. Or they kind of get to fake you out where like the first time the interviewer, like, or they show her face on TV for the audience, it's all blurry. So then you're just like, oh, are they not confident in their makeup and they're not going to show you? And then they show you and it's like, oh, and there's like a music stinger and whatever. Yeah. And it's cute, good, I guess. Yeah.
Apparently they did film that whole broadcast. That exists.
Oh, okay. Oh, great. I guess if you want to see a full in-character interview.
I don't know that we get to see it. They just filmed all of it and then cut it, I guess, for the movie. But anyways.
Oh, it's not on a Blu-ray. It's not on that disc you got.
I was hoping it would be, but no. Like, I got the cheap. I'm not gonna lie to you. I got the Blu-ray version, which is like the cheaper version. It was like $30 or something, like a standard price. The like 4K Steelbook version was like $90, and I was like, I can't do that. That's crazy.
Is there any actual new features exclusive to that version? I
couldn't tell because Amazon's thing is awful for telling you what's actually on anything. So
I don't know about like I find this movie like charmingly low budget or whatever. I don't know that you gain anything by 4K, but I guess it's the new technology, so
it's sure. The only reason I go 4K if I can, like if it's within a decent price, is because they usually because it's the newer format, they put other stuff on it to make you buy it again. So if I'm buying it for the first time, I might as well get the one where they maybe added like other theatrical features or something, which I don't know if I'm even going to bother with, but it's nice to have, I guess, right?
Sure.
I kind of had to this is a little ancillary to our whole discussion. I had a conversation with somebody also, and standard DVD, there's something about horror where VHS and standard DVD is still prime perfect for horror. because it hides a
Because
lot
it's
of
like
like
fuzzy or it looks less
yeah,
cheap or manufactured or something. Yeah.
yeah.
I think we like on OK Video we had this discussion about Barton Fink looking weird in HD because you kind of see the falseness of
Yeah,
some of the sets that you wouldn't notice if it was just a DVD. But I had
that's
watched it on DVD, so I had a great time. But
sure.
whatever.
I mean,
Yeah.
it's very much a thing where if you make something look better, you can actually make it look maybe worse. And I'm a little bit worried that that's going to be the case for like, I bought these like boutique Blu-rays of some Trauma stuff. And
Yeah.
there, if there's going to be something that high res or up res looks bad, like worse, it's probably going to be Trauma effects. So we'll see how that works out.
Yeah. Now you want to transfer that to VHS and watch it on a slightly old TV.
Like
But
kind
whatever.
of. Yeah, kind
Yeah.
of.
One thing I guess I was happy A24 did was they put I Saw the TV Glow on VHS, so that's how we have it.
That's cool. Yeah.
Just because it's aesthetically tied to that. So we don't have it in HD at all. But
Yeah.
whatever. Yeah. But okay,
Yeah.
back to the horrible murders. So the babysitter from the first movie, she does the interview and then she's kind of mean in the back dressing room about it. It's just like, ugh, what a hideous person that was.
Yeah.
You know?
I mean,
Disparaging of the disfigured, you know?
I get it though, right? Like, who hasn't
Yeah.
had kind of a shitty thing to say about some like a situation you didn't want to be in to like your loved one on the phone after it was done?
Sure. It's meant
Like,
to be private.
There's been plenty of times on the drive home where I'm just like, I actually just hate every single person I work with and like just saying horrible shit about them. And like, I don't actually mean it. I'm just angry, right? Like that's a thing.
Yeah.
But yes,
But
she's
she should have
quite
saved it for
disparaging.
therapy, you know? Whatever.
Sure.
So she gets attacked by our victim here and gets her eyes smushed and everything. She gets
Our
similarly. Well, I was actually wondering already, like with the coma and everything, and I think they allude in this opening interview to the fact that Art has disappeared from the morgue and that him being missing is mysterious and weird. Like I kind of caught this vibe of just like, so the movie already knows he has some sort of strange powers now, right?
I think he knows it too, the way he
like,
acts.
Art already knows this is a cool thing that's going to happen, or he's transcended somehow, Brad Dourif style in Chucky.
Well,
I guess.
I just don't think that somebody that is like that necessarily just chooses to shoot himself knowing that like it could be over. I don't know.
Right. Like there's some extra scheme or something, and he's silent, so we don't really know. Plus, we don't know everything that's in that bag. Maybe there's some amulet or something that will come up in the sequels. I don't know.
Oh,
like
that would be so shitty if there's just like a magic crystal or something that keeps him alive.
I think they go in a campy Rawhead Rex kind of direction with some of this lore, and I'm excited to see that. I've heard that there's a sword of some significance, which sounds fun.
You've brought up Rawhead Rex way too many times in the last year.
See, Clive Barker. Anyway, it was so upsetting to him that he had to direct movies himself. He's like, all right, I can't trust anyone else with this, then I will make Hellraiser. It's important. But yes, I want to do a podcast about Rawhead Rex. This is me trying to sow the seeds to do that.
If I can find it on 4K.
Yeah, it's got to be in 4K. I want to see this crappy monster makeup as it was. But yeah,
if
I know it was
4K,
on. It was on Shudder. That's how I saw it once. It was on there like, this is what's playing right now, and I was like, oh yeah, and I watched like the last 40 minutes or whatever. And,
it is on 4K.
Sweet.
Oh wow,
anyway.
there's a boutique Arrow release of it too. That's fucking hilarious.
See, that's what I'm saying. If that has a boutique release, Cool World should have one as well. But we'll see if that happens.
All right. I have it in my order, Rawhead Rex. So we'll see. There's deals going on right now on Amazon. So.
Oh, because it's October or because it's Amazon days or whatever.
It's like Amazon Days or whatever, but this version of the 3-disc collector's edition is $165. That is not the one I will be purchasing. That's a little rich.
No, that's I don't know who you'd be to need that much Rawhead Rex content, really. like
what even are these 3 discs? I don't understand.
Are there other movies? I don't know.
3-disc limited, 4K Ultra HD, Blu-ray, and soundtrack CD. Oh, yeah, that's kind of a waste of money. Silly. Yeah, that's.
We get that soundtrack CD though. Like, who has that? Who listens to the Rawhead Rex soundtrack?
We should move on from this, but I just want to bring up the Blu-ray. Like the normal 4K Blu-ray version is $36. The DVD is $50. Like what?
That's strange. Yeah.
Because of limited printings, I'm assuming. I don't understand why there'd be a difference that much.
I always wonder if there's like a feature that's trapped on that version. Like I'm pretty sure there's only one DVD that has John Hughes commenting on Ferris Bueller, so that's more valuable than subsequent releases, right?
I found it. It's because it's some weird German import. There's a normal version for $15. That makes way more sense.
Okay. See, Germany way into home media as well. But okay.
Makes way more sense.
I guess so. The massacre has been alluded to. Like I'm assuming Art the Clown has some ability to remote control our survivor here, because it just seems too out of character what happens. Even if you're getting talked bad about, it seems weird to jump to that, or to be stalking her into her dressing room in the first place. Like something weird is happening.
Okay, so my first question to you is, do you think if she didn't overhear her being a complete bitch about it, does she still attack her?
I think so. I think it's maybe a mislead that it's like, oh, well, she only did that because she was talked so terribly. It's like, I don't know. I think something else was happening already.
Yeah.
Like some sort of weird supernatural thing that we don't have the context for yet, because we haven't seen 2.
I agree.
But we've seen the end of this movie and weird stuff already happens there. But then we jump back in time to the night of the event, and our little intro thing we talked about with the pizza parlor and stuff happens.
Actually, the real intro is him apparently. So this is a callback to
the
Friday the 13th
scene, right?
The Friday the 13th, not Friday the 13th, Nightmare on Elm Street, where Freddy's like getting his glove made and ready or whatever. That's kind of what inspired him getting his tools together, throwing his makeup on and all that sort of thing, which I thought was interesting.
His face looks like it's already pretty weird before the coat of white is over it, right? Like
they put on a prosthetic thing. They glue a thing to his face. So yeah, it's already fucked up.
So, but that's like in character though. Art the Clown has a face that's just like that, right? It's not like he's applying prosthetics to himself in the world.
No.
Okay.
No.
You're saying like David Howard Thornton has extra business on his face.
Yeah, glued to his face. That's right.
Yeah. So then, he hits the streets with his sack of horror, and
his horror sack.
Horror sack, it's just a garbage bag. Why don't the girls just drive away? Like at this point,
they're drunk. They go to the pizza place to try to sober up. Yeah.
Okay. Because I was like, there's somehow a beat where their car is free to be ruined in the interim, and I guess it's this pizza situation.
Yeah, there's this whole thing where like Dawn is about to drive, and she's like, "No, you're not. You're drunk. Give me the keys." She starts stumbling. It's like, "Okay, I'm drunk too. Let's go. Like, find something to eat,
carbs.
Sober up." Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
which honestly is super realistic. Like, that's a decent reasoning to not just leave right away.
Like, oh, I don't have a bunch of garlic bread in my car. I guess we gotta go hit the shops.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Garlic bread.
So then we have these two pizza people. You got your surly owner guy. You got your assistant dude. And this is kind of a retread of some of the business we've seen from All Hallows Eve, where Art the Clown writes things in bathrooms with fecal matter. It's one of his go-to moves, at least at this point. I don't know if that's something he does in the subsequent movies. I kind of hope not. I don't know.
It's really gross. I hate it so much. Ugh.
So what all goes on? You have your kind of like sitting across from the girls, creeping them out. Dawn doing her selfie business and taunting and getting likes or whatever, like doing phone stuff.
Yeah.
Then the owner kind of kicks him out, right? Or no, he goes to the washroom.
He goes to the washroom after giving her like a cheap ring or whatever. Tara a cheap ring from the vending machine thing.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Wait, who gets the ring?
Tara does.
Okay, see. Oh, wait, no, she dies. So I was like, well, spoilers. She dies.
Well,
I was like, remote control. It's like witch stuff or something. An object was given, but now that's not right. So, okay.
Well, yeah. I wonder if the reason why she died and why he kind of doesn't play with her the way he does the others is because she fucks him up. Like before that, she actually attacks him and like is doing some damage to him. So I'm wondering if maybe he sees her a little bit more of a threat at that point because she's actually fighting back.
Yeah, at some point his foot gets shot, or
he gets beaten with a 2x4.
Okay. Just something happens to his foot too, doesn't it? At some point.
I'm trying to remember what it was, but yeah, he like falls and she beats him with a thing or something, but maybe it does get shot. I don't remember. I took
a note of that.
Also, there's no good priced Cool Worlds on Amazon right now for anything other than DVD. But $30 for a DVD in this day and age is kind of crazy. So,
yeah. Have you seen it though? You've seen it?
Oh, years and years ago.
Okay.
In the 90s or whatever. So, like, it's been a while.
Yeah.
I don't remember anything about it.
I did write ring gift here. I also okay. I know what this note means now. I wrote candle wicks ? I don't know how a severed head has burning eye sockets. Like it's like,
yeah.
Oh, in the bag there's a candle kit, and Art rigs up a head-o-lantern somehow.
I think you're right because his eye sockets aren't empty; they are like covered with something. So I think you might be right that there might be like some sort of wax
is in there, or a sparkler is stabbed in there, or something like that. Yeah.
Yeah, it's real weird.
This is when our pizza employee guy is like, this is terrible. I didn't sign up for cleaning this. You gotta pay me like time and a half or something. But then he comes out and like is oblivious for just long enough to then look into the foreground and go, oh, because horror is there. It's a severed head. And
I thought that was a cool moment. I think that's like the first real cool moment, I thought, in the movie.
Oh. Like, I almost half expect, like, red filters to go over the screen or something like Creep Show or whatever. Like, just something to cheese it up a little more, but it's fine.
Well, as you bring that up, the, like, color grading in this movie is really odd. There's some really odd choices in how it looks. It's very, like, cool temperature, but also, like, a little oversaturated in some spots. It's weird. Like, I don't know how to describe it. I guess it just looks blue with like pops of red every now and then in the environment, which seemed weird to me. Like it seemed, I don't know if it's like a stylistic choice or amateur-ish. Like I'm not really sure. It doesn't really take.
At some point on this note, I have functional filmmaking written because it's like it's pretty good, but like, and especially for a low budget.
Totally.
I guess I'm thinking of the garage scenes have sort of like a blue light, like low light, but light enough so you can see everything. Like, so it's one of those.
Yeah. Like it might be a stylistic choice, but the only reason I bring it up is there is one scene in particular where it's like doing some cuts back and forth. And I didn't notice it until they said that like this was filmed after with a different person pretending to be Tara, to like for filler. And the lighting and color is different there, just enough that when like you know that watching it, it's like, oh yeah, the like color grading is way off in that other part that they filmed. So it was just kind of interesting to me.
I find when I'm watching something in commentary, I notice different visual things than I do when I'm just watching it. Because like sound cues or the story or whatever are drawing my attention normally. But
Yes, right.
without that point of reference, I'm just looking at the whole screen and I might notice things like that. But
Totally.
I've
And
only
keep in
seen
mind,
this
this is
movie.
my third or
Yeah.
fourth time seeing it. So, like, I'm noticing different things each time. Like, that was just one of the things that I noticed, that I don't know if it was a stylistic choice or if it was like, we don't necessarily know what we're doing, but like, this looks kind of cool, so we'll keep it at that or whatever. It's fine. It doesn't ruin anything. It just has a look to it, that's all I'm saying.
Oh, right. So they leave the place creeped out. I'm not even sure how much pizza they really ate, but whatever. The fear has sobered them up a little bit, I guess, too.
Yeah.
But their car has a tire slash now.
Slash tire, yeah.
Yeah, so they're not going anywhere. So then we get introduced to Victoria via phone call, right? Like, this is the first time
Tara's
sister
sister.
enters. Yeah.
That's right.
And she's at her dorm trying to finish a assignment or get ready for a test or some school thing.
Yeah.
But then rowdy roommates come in and it's just like, all right, well, I'm not going to get anything done here anyway. I'll drive into town and get you guys. It's like, oh, great. So that's been sorted out. In this sit and wait period, though, Tara realizes she does have to use the washroom. And does not want to go back to the pizza place. So this nearby building is the closest window of opportunity, and there's this pesticide guy. I keep thinking he's a janitor, but he's like,
he's
it's like me, a janitor. And it's like, no, he's a pest control guy.
Pest control.
Like, oh.
Yeah.
They have an exchange about the bathroom being like, oh no, are there like roaches in there? It's like, no.
Rats.
Worse. Rats. And I was like, I don't know if that is worse. Like, that's bigger. I don't know. I was leaning team rat on this one in terms of
I don't know, because rats will bite you and they'll attack you, where roaches will actually skitter away.
Sure.
So I don't know.
What's actually more upsetting?
Roaches are grosser by far, way grosser.
They skitter, they skitter
They're
around.
disgusting.
They're under things, they got carapaces and everything.
They have carapaces. Yeah,
they do. Whereas I know, like, Harrison Ford, noted actor, really likes rats and thinks they're great. So what am I to make of that? Like, I think that is weighing heavily on my choice here too. Is just like, rats.
That's why he hates
scraggly.
snakes, because they eat rats, which he likes. I get it now.
And you need a mongoose to fight a snake, so rats can't do it. A rat king, though,
True.
Those are gross. If there was a rat king.
Tell me about it. Fucking disgusting. Awful. Yeah.
What a horrible idea that has apparently happened a lot. I don't know. That seems like 1800s London would encounter a bunch of rat kings. And how are they still alive?
When they can get big enough or whatever to, like, merge.
Why would they tangle and continue to tangle? It's just, it's terrible.
I hate it. I hate it so much.
Yeah. Well, it's because they're suffering too, like they're having. So there's
that's why I hate it.
Yeah. Feeling. Yeah. It's like, oh no, those poor animals, but also they're enraged now and in a horrible clump of awfulness. So
and carry the plague, which is also bad.
All right, maybe I have to tilt rat because you'd assume worst case scenario in a horror movie. So there's a rat king somewhere, and they need to gas it.
Probably in the walls or whatever.
Yeah. This bathroom is very scuzzed out. It reminded me of like bad dreams I've had about bad washrooms. Like, I'll be in like some strangely large, gross bathroom, like public bathroom.
Yeah.
And just like, I should just leave. Like, these are.
Yeah.
And it's often little tiles, I don't know what kind of tile situation this had. It's been a little while since I looked at it fresh, and I didn't note such details.
I've been in some like pretty ramshackle, shitty looking bathrooms, but the thing that always creeps me out are bathrooms with troughs for pissing in. Like, I don't understand who wants to stand there with a bunch of other dudes without like any barriers between you pissing in a.
I feel I've only encountered that at like a sports stadium, and I feel like it might have been the Saddle Dome.
Yeah, the Saddle Dome does it. It's disgusting. I hate it.
Yeah. I guess the hope is just like, well, everybody's sort of buzzed out on beer anyway, so they don't really care anymore, or something. Like,
I guess so.
yeah,
There's some sketchy bathrooms in like parks and stuff in Japan though, where they have like the squat toilets. Yeah, there's bad bathrooms out there. I hate it. It's bad.
yeah. So this isn't the real thing to fear here, I guess, because there's a mean clown in the situation, but it's just uncomfortable. You know, you don't like that.
Yeah, they don't know that yet, though.
They do not.
There's a clown yet in the situation. Well, there.
How does Art infiltrate the building? You've seen.
Oh, he walks in.
Than me. He just walks right into a jar.
He just walks right in. Yeah, he just walks right in. No, his introduction to all of this is, oh my God, what's her name again? The girl
Car again, right? Right. Dawn is hearing on the radio that the pizza place they were just at has had a murder happen in it now, and she's like, "Oh my God, can you believe it?" And then like someone enters the car, she assumes it's Tara and just starts relaying this information. Turns and menacing Art is there, staring intently, smiling probably, and that situation
and
is
it
bad.
cuts.
I think it's just kind of like he makes a move, like suddenly moves, and then she screams and cut. Right, you don't see what goes on.
So there is a deleted scene that shows what happens there. She screams. And then he does like a joking scream, like mocking her or whatever. Then he takes out a needle and then sticks it in her.
Mime scream?
Yeah.
Okay.
Exactly.
Because I don't want to hear sounds coming out of him.
No. But he doesn't talk or anything, but then he drugs her. He needles her.
Okay. I guess they save the needle for later when Tara gets the needle, right?
Yeah.
I did remark, it's like, there's so much blood for a needle. As someone who's getting needled like every week or two, that just shouldn't ever happen that way. But
I hate needles.
I guess it's aggressively done by a bad person, so they don't care how they're administering it.
I guess, yeah.
Yeah. So Dawn, something bad has happened. Cut back inside. What creeps Tara out next though? Like,
there's a homeless lady hanging out in there.
Oh yeah.
The building.
Yes,
there's a lot that happens that kind of doesn't make any sense or need to be there. But they have to add people for Art to kill and run into, which is why
right. You can't just have two people and then you're waiting. I do like how they kind of somewhat organically rope in further people over the course of the 80 minutes or whatever. Like it's just like it sometimes requires like remarkable work ethics from like the head of the pesticide place. We're just like, oh man, my guy is like screwing up. I gotta make sure this place gets sprayed. It's my job. I'm gonna drive down there and take care of it. You know, and you're like, good for you, man. Like this will only result in bad things for you, but I would give that pesticide company a good review based on that. You know, like that they were trying to do good work. So you gotta appreciate that. But yes, we have our mysterious lady who has some sort of hang up, some sort of trauma about a baby that died or something, right? So she has like a doll she talks to.
Yeah.
And she just lives in the underground pipe zone and wanders about, you know.
Yeah.
It's a weird old building.
To Tara as a new neighbor. Like, are you the new neighbor? What? Yeah, I don't know. She's
and she kind of speaks in character to get out of the situation tactfully or whatever. Like it's kind of neat. Our pesticide guy, I think this is why I thought he was a janitor, is he does the correct thing, which is you put on your headphones and just go into your own little music zone. You know, you want to be oblivious. Yeah.
Like, totally. However, there is something that freaks me out about the idea of not being able to hear your surroundings when you're in an quote unquote empty building without a locked door because people are just like walking in. I don't know. There's something weird about this situation.
As a former night janitor, locking up everything was definitely key, but there was also other people that had keys that could show up, and that would ruin your vibe for a second. You just like, ah, why is there a person here? And then you're just like, oh, it's the superintendent or whatever. It's the person. They're allowed to be here. So at some
Yeah.
point, I gravitated my shifts to when no one would ever be here, which is like
2
in
in
the
the morning or something.
to
Yeah.
7. So around
Yeah.
when this movie is set. So you could reasonably expect nobody to be around, I suppose. But
Yeah.
yeah, he should have secured the premises again to chill out. But because yeah, there's a weird lady with a doll also, and that could make me jump out of my skin.
And
if she
it does
decided to come
him.
talk to me.
She
Yeah,
like tries
she
to
comes
talk with him.
She comes to warn him about stuff.
Yeah.
And yeah, that does happen. So
Yeah.
good use of your mechanics you've introduced, I suppose.
Yes.
Yeah. Is the hammer attack the kind of next big thing that happens? Like we take the pesticide man out of the equation? Or is there
I
the
don't
sneaking about the
remember.
garage business?
I'm going to be upfront and say that it's around this time that I think this movie kind of drags a little bit to me until like the big kills that everybody remembers happen. But like, I don't know. I don't necessarily love the weird, crazy homeless cat lady. Or like, I just feel like some of it just drags, and it made me, the fourth time seeing it, it made me kind of sleepy. I was starting to fall asleep a little bit watching it.
I think the homeless lady at least brings in the kind of weird scene where she tries to reason with Art and talk to him, which is like kind
of
a
like babies him. It's weird.
Yeah, like there's odd interactions with Art and a person treating him differently than the other people. Whereas everybody else is kind of just like immediately scared or worried or angry or whatever. There's like this kind of, her doll has been kidnapped, and then she tries to kind of like peacefully interact with this person that we know is extremely malicious. And it was just this kind of like, oh, like, is there anything about Art's mom that's like triggering him or doing something? Or is this all just nonsense? Like, what is he just playing around? I don't really know. Which prompted the question I wrote in here. Do you ever want to know more about Art's backstory?
I don't.
Subsequent movies.
Honestly.
Doesn't really need to, right?
I don't think it needs to, because so one of my favorite still series is Halloween, and every time that they've done like a reasoning why like Michael Myers is doing what he's doing or trying to like tie in family lines or whatever, or the cult, it fucking sucks. That's not what we're here for. It's awful.
Okay.
So it's a mistake, I think, to do that.
I kind of forgot that wasn't part of the very first movie, because they slide it into that, like there's sibling relationships and everything going on, and you're just
and
like,
even
what?
then,
oh right,
the only reason they do it is because they need a big like gotcha moment or whatever. Like they need the like record scratch moment of oh shit or whatever.
Yeah.
So yeah, I don't know, because Halloween was supposed to be like an anthology series originally, also, which is why Halloween 3, arguably one of the better ones, even
is
though
trying to really break format and like be about totally different stuff. But it's like, yeah, but the studio loved how much, or like the studio, whatever low budget indie house was like, this is so much money, we should make an immediate follow up. And it's like, fine.
I like 4 a lot, but like I like 3 a lot too. So I don't know. I kind of wish they had done the anthology thing. We should talk about the Halloween movies at some point, but that's not now.
Yeah, not now. We've done like 1 or 2 of them over on OK Video, but I think we just did the original and the 2007 Rob Zombie version. So, which does the thing you're talking about, which is like, oh, he's a human. He's a little kid, and he's going to this institution, and Danny Trejo's his buddy, and it's like, what is this? Is this better? But
it's awful.
Yeah.
Did you?
So yeah, hopefully Art doesn't get further.
Do you remember, or did you know? I think you do know because you're in touch with all this stuff. Do you remember that Rob Zombie did a adaptation of The Munsters?
Yeah, I kind of liked it. I watched it a year or 2 ago.
Oh, really?
It's cringy, but there's a vibe you can find. It's got a pretty rough first 20 minutes. But did you watch it or?
No, because that trailer looks fucking awful. Holy shit. It's almost like they're trying not to sell it in that trailer.
Yeah. There's a cornball quality I enjoyed, specifically with like the dad. Who is it? Eddie? No, Eddie's the little kid.
Mm-hmm.
Butch Patrick's character. Anyway, I'm not super versed on the Munsters. That's the main Munsters thing. Elvira has a cameo though. She has a small part.
Okay, I'm in.
Cassandra Peterson. So yeah,
I
there's
love
little things.
Elvira. She's the best. Still.
She's pretty great. Yeah, she's really good. All right. So I think the janitor gets hit in the head first because the garage stuff. In my notes here, I make a note about, it's true, music when a janitor / pest control, and then I just say mime games, and then we're into the garage stuff. So I'm assuming our janitor guy has been like dispatched at this point, or pesticide guy, sorry. He's been hit firmly in the head with a hammer. So we assume he's dead. I mean, who could survive that, right? Then we go to Tara sneaking around in the garage, and this whole scene on revisiting is just like Art's just fucking with her, right? Like he knows exactly where she is.
He's playing with her,
doing that. Okay,
yeah.
Because when he does finally get a window for attack, he cuts her like Achilles tendon. Like he's not trying to kill her. He's trying to mess around with her, right?
Yeah.
But maybe what you're saying does escalate is when she's counterattacking successfully as part of this, right? I think she might even hurt him in this exchange somehow when this happens. I can't quite remember.
I'm trying to remember what she does. You would think it would leave more of a lasting impression because she's kind of the only one that actually does anything against him.
I think he gets tossed around a little bit later, but nothing too impactful. Yeah. Whereas, he gets stabbed and such a couple times in the subsequent stuff here.
Yeah.
But she's sneaking around the garage. It's cat and mouse kind of business. Gets her foot cut. I think might club him a bunch here, and this prompts him to, or does someone else like ring the doorbell or something like that? That's usually a good way to interrupt a situation. Is to like, the guy that was texted is now here or whatever, you know? He does do this fake out with Dawn's phone, which I thought was kind of neat because
this happens after though with her sister. So we can get to that in a second because there's actually a lot of really cool things I think that slasher tropes do not do or didn't do before this. I don't know if maybe they picked it up. The first being
pretty infrequent. Yeah.
Art pulls out a gun and he just fucking blasts her in the leg.
I would call that his like actual signature weapon somehow, because like you don't really see.
It's his alt. Like he alted.
Yeah, it's like if he's like losing control of a situation with his stabbing tools, he'll just be like, "All right, well, fucking whatever," and pull out a gun.
Yeah.
Which got a big reaction from me the first time he did. It's like, oh shit, that's crazy.
It is crazy for a slasher movie. That's fucking insane.
It's like he's breaking the rules or something.
Totally.
But, yeah. Somehow this movie's like edginess is like making me think about early Rockstar games or something. Like they're trying to find that deliberately transgressive kind of thing. You know, like it's needling good taste on purpose. There's something about it that fits in that mindset for me, or at least how dangerous those felt when you were a bit too young or whatever to play them. Totally. But okay, so right. The cell phone thing's later. I think he just drugs Tara at this point, and now it's bisection time. I'm pretty sure is probably how this goes, right? Because the big, I think so. Like arms of the chair and all that business happens after this moment here. So this is the big gore budget scene of this movie, right? Like Dawn's death.
I think so. Yeah.
He's a real cruel person with this one, but it's probably gonna get worse. This is only the first movie, really. And I keep hearing things about the subsequent ones. So,
Same.
and they're much longer. So presumably a sequence like this could happen every half hour if you have a 2 hour and 20-minute movie. Ugh.
That's fucked up to think about, but yeah.
Yeah. So there's this sheet there. He kind of unveils his victim, sort of like an art piece or something like that, which it kind of is, because his name is Art.
Sure.
He has a crappy hacksaw, and Dawn is nude, or she has her bottoms
She's topless
on at this point.
Bottoms on.
She's topless. Yeah. And he's hacksawing. There's some horrible shot choices that are creepy and weird. But that they're effective, I suppose. And this scene in my mind the first time was like minutes long, but it's not. It's like
it's pretty quick actually.
Seconds. Yeah.
It's pretty quick.
Yeah.
It is the memorable scene for this movie, I think.
Yeah.
Anyway, it's the one people think about.
Yeah, just cutting and sawing away. Pretty mean. I never saw the breadth of torture porn quote movies of that era. I didn't see your Hostels and whatnot. Can you speak to how this compares to that era?
It's so I think with the torture porn stuff, it's not necessarily anymore about just the gore, right? That's like kind of its own thing. It's more about like the depravity of it or whatever. That's like, and
in the old movies or in this
in
one?
general, like if you say something is like torture porn or gore porn or whatever, I think there's kind of the connotation that it's almost like a taboo sort of thing, not necessarily just because they show it, but because like even the idea of it is fucking gross.
Yeah.
And I feel like a lot of times, maybe 80% of the time, that means like deforming genitalia generally.
Yeah. So there is just sawing through lady bits at the outset of this.
Like starting from the bottom, working way upside down or whatever.
And the skull gives him some trouble, which is enough of a time to have Tara wriggle free and escalate her side of the situation or whatever. I mean, it's like, a cruel scene or whatever, but that's Art's MO. It's just kind of what these movies are. So it's hard to kind of caution people. It's just like it's an extremely violent series. It's goal, really.
Yeah.
So
it is.
Yeah.
And all things considered, this is kind of really the only major scene that's like that bad in this movie. So I am a little worried
where there's some sort of like sexual component to it, where there's like nudity happening and it's like framed in certain ways, where his head between her legs stuff, like just kind of like needling that specifically on purpose. Like later you get some like we've already had a decapitation. There's going to be another one. There's kind of a like, I don't know, French art house horror movie like head stomp that happens later. Like what Ryan Gosling did in that movie.
Sure.
Yeah. Or Vincent Cassel smashes a man in Irreversible. These are the things I'm alluding to.
Yes.
Your skull crunchers.
Skull crunchers.
That can happen.
That's become more and more prevalent. That happens semi-frequently in movies now. Like people don't shy away from that anymore, which is kind of interesting. Because I remember Irreversible, that being like a huge like holy fuck moment. But
yeah, and that is like 23 years ago. Or like Edward Norton opened this door for us with his curb stomping ways in like American
and
history.
They didn't even show that. They kind of just showed like the aftermath. The moment that creeped everyone out was the teeth hit on concrete kind of audio that happens, like there's some Foley needling you there, but it's set up in aftermath. The movement of him just like forcefully kicking something or like, they did very well not showing it, but making that what happened. Oh,
Whereas, yeah, this
awful.
movie wants to show you a reasonable amount, but it's still strategically showing like faces reacting and having music and things to kind of distort when it's like we're trying to hide when it's obviously not a person anymore and it's just a dummy and whatever.
Yeah,
Uh, but yeah. So Tara breaks free, is able to wound Art at this point. I think
yeah.
somehow his foot. I keep swearing like a nail or something goes in his foot. I swear that happens at some point. And he
Or does
he
she like
kind of
stab him in the
exaggeratedly,
leg or something? You're right. It's something to do with his movement, like his leg, foot, something like that. I can't remember what it is exactly though.
yeah, like some slight hobbling takes place, and she manages to scramble out of there. And I think he escalates to the gun at this point and shoots her twice, and then his clip's empty. Right? Like she gets
Uh,
one through the cheek and mouth,
he
you
shoots
know.
her like 5 times. It's a lot.
In this bit, because at the end he
Oh, okay.
shoots 8 more times. This is like the false one where you're just like, oh no, she's like shot in the head, and it's like, no, she's still alive. And then he goes off to reload and then comes back and just blah 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 blah. And they're like, oh geez, okay, well, Tara's not our main character then. Like that's kind of like your handoff moment for sure.
Yeah,
Uh I
that's
felt
a
it was
cool
sort of the
moment.
same logic as to how Russell Crowe's character survives LA Confidential. It's like, oh, he got shot in the head. It's like, no, it kind of hit his mouth. That's fine. You don't need that. You don't
Yeah,
need that to live. Uh, so yeah. But these other ones, they make sure you see. It's like, no, her skull is horribly shot now. Like it's like if the 50 Cent's would be assassin was a real malicious person.
yeah,
He would not have had a rap career. That's what we're saying.
yeah.
Um,
I,
sorry, it's just
I,
9 bullets. So
I think our timeline is also a little bit off. I think this happens before the stuff with the homeless lady and all of that stuff, which is weird. This happens semi early because a lot of this movie actually is her sister when she shows up, like half of the movie.
yeah, yeah. So I think the sister's the one that gets faked out by the homeless lady situation, right? And she
I
hides
think
in the
maybe.
cupboard and whatnot.
Yeah, I think the
Yeah.
whole time is Tara is just running away from Art. Like, there's some really cool shots of kind of like over her shoulder looking through like the car window and Art just kind of skulking around, looking around or whatever. Like, yeah, I don't
Hmm.
know. There's some good stuff there. I thought it was cool. Good tension.
Yeah. Yeah. So maybe it's like 40 minutes or something. You're with Tara, and then you're with Victoria for the rest of it, right?
I think something
Uh,
like that. Yeah, maybe half and half or something.
So she pulls up. She is getting texts from Dawn's phone
Yeah,
about
who's
how to
already
get
dead.
inside the building, right? Like, so it's Art pulling strings in a weird way, like kind of movie serial killer way, not exactly slasher villain way, which
Yeah,
was kind of interesting. Because the one I'm thinking of is like the Friday the 13th reboot in like 2009. I thought was kind of interesting because it gave Jason like a full letter grade higher intelligence. Like he was
sure.
setting traps and like using compound bows and sneaking around in a way that justified his previous movies like supernatural stuff.
Yeah,
It's just like, no, he's like, he knows this camp so crazily well because he lives here and stuff like that. Like it sort of rationalizes how he's doing this.
right.
Um, so here you have Art kind of he can read and write, like, but he's committed to the mime gag. He's not going to talk to you.
Yeah.
Uh, yeah. Oh man. Well, I'm gonna let you take the timeline a little bit. I feel I'm fuzzing things around.
Yeah,
So now that we're with
so
Victoria, I'll let
because
you take the charge.
the reason why I think this is the case is because I'm pretty sure he sends that text after he kills her, because that's when like the sister shows up after she dies.
Yeah,
Like
I'm pretty sure you're right. Yeah,
I think there's like quite like literally a passing the baton moment of like the sister dies and the other sister shows up.
arrives. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
around that same time, and he says something like out back or whatever. Tara's sick. I don't remember, something like this or whatever, to lure her in. And yeah, that's just a cool moment of him using technology to kind of lure the next victim in. And the cat and mouse stuff. So the big thing is this is also where he takes the baby, for lack of a better term, the doll or whatever, does that whole thing.
Yeah.
And the next time we see that lady, she is laying dead on the ground with her scalp cut off and her chest cut off. And then Art is chasing around Victoria like in like weird like horror drag or something using her body parts.
There's kind of this fake out where Victoria comes down the stairs and there's a corpse and this suffering person, and she assumes the corpse might be her sister, or like the passed out person may or may not be her sister.
We all assume that, right? This is where she finds her sister.
This is how we're accounting for two people or whatever. But then, she comes around the corner and sees this like cut up person, and then we put the pieces together right when Art decides to spring in his trap, where he's kind of doing a Hannibal Lecter thing, where Hannibal famously wears a person's face. He has decided to also do some Buffalo Bill stuff, where he's taken the breasts to wear and the hair to kind of creepily, nudely masquerade as someone else and pull a surprise trap. It's kind of gross, you know. So I don't know if this is going to be
it's gross
in Art's playbook going forward, like a deceptive skin wearing. But maybe
from
not.
what I have heard, I think we need to get used to body parts being cut off. I don't know what he does with them, but I'm pretty sure that's a thing we need to just get used to.
I just hope they balance the genders a little bit. I was kind of in my notes, I'm just like, there's got to be some protracted castrations next time to even the score, you know. Just like
there probably will be,
ball torture, you know. Just
we demand it. We demand ball.
We
torture.
Demand it. Terrifier fans have spoken. Anyway,
at least two vocal ones.
There's like 4.5 hours of Terrifier content to go through in these two films. So
I don't like. We've kind of talked around it before in other things that we've done online. I really hope there is something like that, because there is a weirdly aggressive, like, anti-woman feel to how he treats them in like the last two movies, where I would really like him to even the playing field and actually just like cut someone's dick off or something and then jiggle it or something.
Just kind of, because there's like a humiliation aspect that I don't feel is happening to the dudes, even in this movie. Like our loyal pesticide savant guy shows up, and he kind of gets a quick like head rip, you know? And it's like, well, that's bad. You don't want your head ripped off, but it's like low suffering threshold for that guy.
It's standard slasher stuff. The pizza guy got his head cut off. His buddy got stabbed in the face a bunch of times. Like, it's all basic slasher stuff that's happened to them.
Yeah, whereas the ladies get kind of this showpiece sawing situation. I guess the shooting is a little more just like quick and angry, which might speak to your like Tara kind of posed a threat that he did not appreciate.
He doesn't want to play with her anymore, sort of thing. Like the attitude changed at some point with her maybe. Yeah.
But he kind of was doing the taunting and goofing around in the garage, but then maybe played it slightly wrong and got hit a couple times and didn't appreciate that.
Could
with
be.
Victoria, you have this like fake out moment. I think this is when she runs away and hides in a closet.
Yes,
you know, like just like stealth game style. Right. I think this is when he's approaching the cabinet, knowing exactly what's going on, and then this is where other pesticide guy shows up, and he decides to go take care of that. Right?
Yes, that's
pretty
right.
sure that's the timeline.
It is. Yep.
Yeah.
But he doesn't kill him, right?
This is just frustrated employee stuff, you know, like employer, employee, like, ugh, idiot. He's got to take care of this, you know? I'm pretty sure this is the beheading scene though, right? I don't think this takes very long. Like with this guy.
He does. okay, so the thing that's getting me confused is that there's a point where he gets Victoria, and then she's saved by either this guy or pesticide guy who didn't die.
I think it's main pesticide guy.
Okay.
That's when we find out getting hit in the head didn't kill him. He just had a concussion, I guess, and has survived and comes to the rescue. Yeah.
Okay, that makes sense now. Then, yeah, and then he dies. Then he gets killed.
Yeah, but at least plays a good role. I think they even managed to get a call out or something, don't they? To the
he
cops.
calls 911. Yeah, he calls the cops.
Yeah. Yeah. So you're right. The supervisor guy gets killed. She finds her dead sister with like lights on her and signs and things, taunting, like just kind of rude Joker-esque business, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She didn't. And her body didn't get desecrated though, in the same way that all the other women did. Maybe there's like a respect there that she actually attacked him. Who knows?
Yeah, like just you get shot a bunch. That's your fate now, I guess. There's less. It's less grotesque, maybe. I don't know. Yeah.
Almost like there's an anger to it, obviously, because he empties a fucking clip in her face.
Yeah.
But almost like making sure she's dead, like double tap mentality is there too. Like there's a weird almost reverence at some point the way he treats her, comparatively anyway, to the others, where he mutilates them and plays with their bodies and whatever.
Yeah, worthy
weird.
foe or something.
Weird, yeah. I guess so. It's fucked up. I hate it. But this is where the cops show up, I believe. Right?
Well, okay. First, our bald friend returns. They're rushing through. I think this is when Art maybe gets thrown against a wall or something like that, and they think they're okay for a second. Puts in the phone call, and then I feel she's woozy or injured in some way at this point, though. Like something's not quite right with her. She may have been drugged or something. I'm fuzzy on how this is going on.
I'm trying to remember it too.
Yeah. Or maybe she just got hit weird.
She does get hit by Art drives the truck through the building or whatever and hits her. So, or is this before that? When she's trying to escape, he like drives the truck into the building.
I just remember they're in this like corridor with locked doors and stuff, and that's when our bald friend gets stomped to death. You know?
Yes, right.
Yeah, maybe this is the at some point, a breach in the building happens. I guess that's the truck you're saying, like the pesticide truck from outside. Mm-hmm. And the cops are able to. No, she gets horribly attacked at some point, though, right? That's how she looks the way she does at the end of the movie. So
yeah, I think he's like attacking her when the cops show up, because there's like
he's like biting her face and stuff. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, so okay, so the timeline is she's trying to escape, but the door or whatever that says "keep out" on it is chained up. He drives
the final
through
door
it.
Is locked. Yeah,
hits her in the process, and then they kind of shows the cops showing up on the scene, and they kind of like come up on him hunched over her, just like playing with her face or doing something to her face or whatever. I think is kind of how that all played out.
And then he does this kind of like, we know he has a gun, but we don't know what he's going to do. He's going to try to kill these two cops, but then he shoots himself in the head. He does a little like, oh no, please don't. And then,
that's such a weird turn. The first time you see it, it's like, what?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, sure. Whatever.
He'd rather die than be taken. Like, I don't know. You don't get to know. I guess you kind of, because he's a silent character, you have to infer a lot from what he did. So it's kind of engaging in that way. You're trying to piece together.
Does he know that he's gonna like be fine or come back, or like is he a supernatural entity, or does he just not care about any life, including his own, enough that he's just like, fuck this, playtime's over?
I have no idea. Like, I don't know if they make it so like he was the perfect vessel for some demon, or I have no idea. Like, I don't know how we go from where we are at this point. Yeah, but I guess the massacre is over. This is kind of your epilogue or whatever, where it's people at the morgue, and you have this real tired guy,
Yeah.
and they're bringing in more corpses, and it's just like, ugh, who would who would do this thing? It's like, wow, he got taken down too. He's right there. It's like, oh yeah, crazy.
Yeah.
Anyway, hey,
Get
make
me a
sure when you come
sandwich.
back, you bring me yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like, all right, all right. And what? I think does he unzip that bag first, or he looks at the dead person first, like the actual.
I don't remember because it just ends on kind of like a screamer of it showing Art's face, right? Like showing that he's
Yeah,
still alive.
and I feel like the cops say like, "Oh God, she's still alive" or something, so we know that Victoria's fine or fine. She's alive. she'll be
She's
the character at
alive.
the beginning of the movie. Yeah.
Oh yeah, you're right.
And
There's a time jump there after that to like her waking up from her coma in the hospital, I think, right? Or something. Wasn't there something like that? She's in the hospital because
I think we might leave her in her coma contemporaneously, which will catch us up to the end of the movie, like or the beginning of the movie, like chronologically the last thing that happens. Because I think you're right. I think it ends with like unzip the bag. He's unnervingly smiling, even in death. But then like lights start flickering, and it's like, oh no, something weird is going on.
well, no, because
Something
it ends
extra
the way
is
that
happening.
you said you expected the red light to come up and whatever. It ends on
Yeah.
it showing Victoria's face and it getting all like saturated with red and like a happy
Okay.
Halloween moment or whatever. It ends on that screen that you were actually joking about earlier. So
Okay.
there's something with her, and I think it might just be like they show her face and then it ends on it or something.
Some element of the supernatural stuff they're going to get into seems to be already being teased out and planned, which is
Yeah,
nice, I guess, that they have a direction to go.
yeah,
Um, that escalate, much like a Voorhees in like Friday the 13th 2. I think he's just a living dude,
yeah,
and then he becomes some sort of supernatural undead weirdo in subsequent movies.
yeah.
Um, yeah. But I like their confidence in just showing Art a bunch. Like he's just
Yep.
getting to make grotesque faces at you and creeping you out a lot of the time, which without quippery, without any Robert Englund zingers,
Yep.
you just get your kind of uh intense looks and things. It's cool. I don't know that I would sport merch though. He's too murdery. I don't feel good about it. He's
There.
mascot wise, I don't
Yeah.
know that I would wear a Freddy. Like I think what I would do is wear that style of bad sweater, like the green red sweater. That would be something I would think is funny
Okay.
from like their merch catalog,
I
you know?
do have a hoodie that's like an advertisement of like Camp Crystal Lake or whatever with like Jason on it, but like it's
Yeah.
kind of like a stylized thing. It's not just Jason's. There. This is a problem I have with like even people that just like wear like Tupac shirts or something. Like it's just weird having somebody's like face or taking up your whole thing, and it's
Yeah.
especially weird if that person is known for sawing a woman vagina to head upside down. Like that's a weird thing to
Yeah.
idolize, maybe.
I do have a Saw plushie, but I think it's because I think it's so funny. Because like
Yeah.
I found it at the movie theater when Saw X was out, and I was just like, why would they
Okay.
make this? Like,
Yeah.
it's the little clown, like it's this murder clown. I was like, something about R-rated properties getting cutesy merch is funny.
I like
So
it. Yeah.
I think in that respect, similarly, if there was like a little goofy looking Art the Clown that doesn't really belie how harmful he is, it would be funnier. Like the
Yeah.
goofier, the better. Whereas, yeah, I don't know.
He has a little
Stuff
hat.
I've
He's kind of cute. There's
he's
cuteness
got a
there.
little hat. Yeah, it's a
Yeah.
little weird.
It is.
Uh, or for Chucky stuff, like I prefer it when it's just kind of like good guys branded stuff. Like it's just like
Yeah.
the dolls in universe, and it's like no real allusion to this one's murderous. It's just like this kind of alternate universe product or whatever. It's like, oh, remember the Cabbage Patch Dolls? This is like that, but weird, you know?
I've always kind of been a fan of the like merch that's like, if you know moments, like wearing a like Wayland Yutani shirt or something, but not like a giant xenomorph, like with its fucking mandible
Double
thing
mouth
sticking
or
out.
whatever.
Yeah. So
yeah, the
I
lower
agree.
key, like if it's just Camp Crystal Lake counselors or something like that, that's like funny. That's like, oh yeah.
Yeah, exactly. It's good.
Yeah.
I do have a shirt that is done in the style of Friends on it, and it has Stephen King sitting on it at a table with a bunch of his like horror creations around him. So where does that rank? Because it does have like a bunch of like random Stephen King property people just hanging around a table with the Friends logo essentially on it.
I mean, that's sort of just like deliberately like I've seen that with like it, like I don't know, it's like a shirt that says Candyman, but it's John Candy from Uncle Buck with like a drill. You know, like it's just kind of, oh, we're mixing and matching titles and properties and whatever. Yeah. I don't know that I have anything like that, but it's yeah, that's fine. My stuff with Stephen King is I wish his official merch looked better. Like there's some good like it stuff out right now because of that Dairy TV show. Like there's actually some okay business creeping out into the market. But for a long time, stuff on his website was just disappointing. It was like, oh man, this isn't clever at all. Like I want the kind of lower key stuff. Like I know that this lady goes crazy and like attacks Paul Sheldon or whatever, but like this misery merch shouldn't allude to that. It should just be like the hospital she works at or the books Paul Sheldon writes or something like that. Like the misery character, something like that. Whatever.
Sure.
Or actually, like, there's a Dark Tower adjacent thing that's just like the kids book that features Charlie the Choo Choo, which is great because it's like, oh, that train's like evil, but in the alternate dimension, in our dimension, it's just like a kids book. So just having the kids book is cute, but sinister, I guess. Yeah. Anyway, Art the Clown. I'm sure he'll kill many more people in more grotesque ways. But this is his first solo adventure, I suppose, in the way. I like the meta stuff with the first one of like the evil videotape and him coming out of the TV to kill me in my living room. Like that's kind of fun. But this doesn't have that. It's just in the universe, you know, just slasher movie kind of stuff, but with a pistol. So crazy.
You want to know just a couple how much do you think the budget was for this?
Is it like what, 500,000 or is it lower than that?
It's lower. It's much lower.
85,000?
It's between 35 and 55,000 budget.
Oh, okay.
Which is kind of crazy. And apparently at the box office it made 421,000. That's
pretty good.
Big return. That's crazy.
And then streaming and everything, I'm sure, helped make that even more valuable. That's like in 2016 dollars too. So like, that's putting like Kevin Smith's budget to shame. It's like, why did your crappy little like store movie cost any money? Like, that's weird, you know.
And maybe if Kevin Smith didn't fuck over, no, you know what? That's a whole different rant.
Smodcast commentary. Anyway.
Yeah, exactly. Ugh. I hate what Kevin Smith became at some point. You know, he did that NFT movie. You want to watch that and talk about that?
Oh, Jesus. No, I didn't know that happened. I'm still really? Like, no, I'm so out of touch with what happened. I know I never saw Clerks 3. I didn't see Walrus or anything. I've been kind of out of it since like Red State.
He made a horror movie that you could only get. It was an NFT horror movie, so it was only given to people that paid like for like essential coin or whatever their thing was. It was awful. Wow. I haven't seen the movie, but like the fact that he did that is fucking terrible. It's so bad.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah.
His story is about him, like the Superman in the 90s, though. That was fun. I like those, you know. It's a long time ago.
He said it enough times that, yep, It was a good one though. It was a good one. I'll give it to him. There's
That was a
reason why
good
you bring that up.
tale. That was a fun
Yeah.
evening I had with Kevin Smith.
So, are you looking forward to Terrifier 2?
I'm a little scared,
I am
because
too.
like it's definitely gonna rustle my
Your Jimmys?
proverbial jimmies, as it were, throwing back to 2016 memes,
Yep.
on purpose, in character for the show. I
Yeah.
would never allude to something so out of date. I mean, I'm not
Super
fresh
on the
on the
times.
memes.
Yeah,
I
super
don't
on the
know what
time.
kids are doing anymore, and it's okay. Some of them are watching Terrifier films instead of the Wild Robot. I do know that. There was apparently like a weird uptick in Wild Robot sales the week Terrifier 3 came out, which is a fun
Really?
story. Yeah, kids were sneaking. They were sneaking into theaters. That's like Space Mutants 4 kind of stuff. Yeah.
Did you ever sneak into a movie theater? Into a movie?
I don't think so. No.
I didn't
I'm pretty
either.
sure I never did. Yeah. I
I've always
respected
gone in with
sanctity.
somebody that let me in that was an adult. If we were gonna go watch something that was maybe raunchy or something. I've always legally went through with an adult being like, yeah, that's probably fine.
Yeah, I was a pretty scaredy cat younger person anyway. So
Fair enough.
even when I was at the movie dome and like was watching Cats versus Dogs or something, and like Hannibal was playing in the theater across, you're just like, whoa, there's some screwed up stuff going on there probably. But I'll
Yeah.
find out later when I'm of legal age.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
When I'm 18A, then I can watch it. So
That's funny.
yeah,
That's
quite
funny.
a square with that. Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
yeah, I'm excited to watch Terrifier 2. $250,000 budget. It's a little bit more than they spent on the
5
first one.
times. That's what I'm saying. 5 times, so 5 as many cut in half scenes or variants thereof. Like, I have no idea what he's gonna get up to. Like vacuum cleaners. What's he gonna use to mutilate? And
I actually do know one thing that
dismember?
he does because it was spoiled, and I was watching a thing and they showed like a clip of it, and I was like, no, spoiler. No, I don't care. It's just a
Dentist
weird kill.
drills. Okay.
No, I won't spoil it for you. I won't spoil it for you. But we'll talk about that next time.
Oh, let's talk about this Snopes thing I have here, right? Because that didn't come up organically on the recording. I just remember back when we worked together at like Menzies, my favorite lunch place was Gagana Ramen. And I remember being there once and just hearing other people be like, oh man, did you hear? There's like real killer clowns out there. They're like murderer clowns. It's like, what? Like, I was just kind of like catching wind of this. And I've timed it out to like, it was probably around 2017 when the Snopes story is talking about it. It's like there was some sort of spreading rumor that Halloween in 2017 was basically like discouraged by Homeland Security in the United States because there was this plan for some sort of cabal of killer clowns to perform some sort of purge on Halloween. Which just was like that. I heard, to my mind, people unironically worried about this was kind of just the thing that made it stick in my mind forever, because you're just like, that just sounds made up. Like, just hearing it, surely that's not true. But I kind of chalked it up to the same kind of, oh, kids are eating Tide Pods, or oh, there's this weird creature that kids are talking about, and like they would send around stuff, or like kind of the organic way Slender Man happened for everybody. Like, it's just kind of some sort of story in that vein. I guess it was Action 3 News, which is apparently one of those Not Onion fakers people that just make up stuff to go viral.
But I think it became a trend, though, because people did start doing it. I'm guessing as a joke, but the thing is that if you do that, you might just get shot, right? Like,
I feel there was at least a wave of like people dressing up in clown costumes and taking pictures of themselves in fields or something like this.
Yes,
or like out and around, just to kind of trend it up with weird images or whatever. Which makes me just wonder, like, because that one of the top horror movies on Prime right now is like that Clown in a Cornfield, which just
Yeah,
makes me think, did this somehow birth out of all of this like common anxiety people have? Like, I don't know. I haven't seen
could
it,
be.
so I can't speak to the content.
Right.
But yeah. But to me, it timed out so perfectly with like, well, it had just come out. Like, it chapter one had
Yeah.
just come out. But then I was thinking about this little movie existing in like 2016 and eventually being a streaming hit. So my suspicion was like, someone could just viral it up with like a marketing budget, just pay
Yeah.
some like crappy little outfit a few grand to perpetuate a notion just to
Yeah.
create an
Could be.
atmosphere. But it might just be everybody's scared of clowns because clowns look weird. So it's no one thing. It's just a public feeling,
Yeah. That's not a new phobia, right? Like the fear of clowns goes back pretty far. There's a Simpsons episode where there's like a creepy clown. There's kind of
Bed. Yeah.
the bed. Yeah. Rugrats had something in the 90s as well. I mean, it in general. Well,
The book is like 86. Yeah.
Tim Curry is not what I would call a scary clown, but he, like the idea of a clown.
He's a weirdo.
He's a weirdo.
Yeah.
I think he's funny. I think that he's hilarious in that movie. But
I think that movie times out where like some members of our generation would have been very young and it was on TV. So just seeing a conversational clown in a sewer drain is just a very weird thing to see. It's like the most surreal thing you've seen up to that point,
Could be.
Like it's not normal.
Yeah.
I kind of enjoyed circus clowns back when that was a thing you could just go see.
Circus?
I have not stepped up to the like Cirque du Soleil style circus. Like my circus memories are like the no longer cool animal cruelty type of circuses that used to come through town. But the
I went
clowns,
to one or two of those. Yeah.
They'd be in a little car. These are true things, or they'd my favorite was when they do like some sort of balancing thing and be like, oh, and then it's like stuck to the plate. Like they'd take a bow with it or something. You're like, ah, you idiot. What a gag.
Yeah.
So I'm hoping Art gets to do some more clowning for us in the future. Classic clown bits that end with a pistol or something. He pulls a gun out of a hat.
I do like how quickly he turns from like intense to silly or whatever. So I definitely hope there's more of that.
We kind of quickly went over it, but that moment in the car with Dawn is funny because he's doing like he's frozen. Yeah. And all he does is start moving, but it's like, oh, because you're just like, well, of course he's gonna do that. But he controls when he does stuff, and he kind of suspends the moment by doing things or not doing things. Like it's just interesting. So I guess I get why these are working, but I wonder how it works in a communal atmosphere because like I saw 10 in a theater with people, but it wasn't like anything better really. Like it was just a movie. I don't know. I didn't really get like other people screaming or freaking out or anything. Maybe squirming around quietly in uncomfort. That'll happen.
I think the problem is we don't have enough black people here because I want to go see this with like a bunch of like rowdy black people just being like oh hell no, that sounds so fun. Holy
like
shit, that sounds like
such prologue crowd.
That sounds like such a good time. Yeah,
sure.
I bet that would be great.
I don't know where the rowdiest theater in town is. Like I don't know.
Well, that's the problem is that we're too like not rowdy, I guess. I don't know.
I guess I did see Friday the 13th reboot with like an opening weekend packed house, and it helps for sure. It gives it more power than it has. That I'm not going to say that movie's great, but it was a fun night. It was fine.
Yeah.
So with subsequent ones, I guess we got to watch 2 and 3 so that we're ready for the next time this is like a packed house situation because these aren't going to stop happening. Not for a while. No,
definitely not. Has there been news about when the next one is?
I don't know. I'm not sure. I hope it's not too soon because I'm not prepared. But
like mentally, you mean?
Yeah.
2026 is what this is saying, which that makes sense. We got a year.
Yeah. Okay. Well, we'll probably see these next 2 in relatively short order, and unless we're horribly scarred by the experience. and can't fathom seeing another one. I was mildly alarmed at how watching it again was just like, wow, you just get desensitized so quickly. Like, this is just something I know now.
Yeah.
It's
I was actually
like I
thinking
was
about this too.
rattled the first time I saw it, but the second time it's like, yeah. That's how that happens. Oh, shorter than I remember this scene actually.
Yeah.
Like, it was a little weird.
I was thinking about that too because I don't know if you remember. Does the name, I think it's Nick Berg, that name mean anything to you?
It's not hitting my memory
So
banks now.
in old internet, there was a time when there was a war on terror, and we sent a lot of people to Iraq and Iran and all these other places, Afghanistan. And a terrorist group there named ISIS captured a soldier, and there was video leaked of them beheading him while like he was screaming for his life or whatever, and it was slow and gross and shitty. And I remember seeing that online because of like forums and stuff that like I've always been into weird horror stuff and like grotesque and whatever. But that was the first time I remember my soul leaving my body as I watched something because like it was real and it was like horrifying. And since then, I gotta be honest with you, nothing has shocked me in the same way.
I guess I'm trying to maintain some of that innocence, I suppose.
You should. It's awful.
A movie I know is fake can still probe at something and make me go. Ugh. So yeah, I haven't looked up real death videos.
It's awful.
I think I saw. Yeah, there's a couple things I've seen of grief, but I've been spending a lot less time on Reddit, so I'm not stumbling on anything. Like there's a couple real world violence things I've seen.
Yeah,
it's creepy how my mind filters it through all the fake things I've seen though too, because it's almost like rationalizing it as like, well, maybe that's real. I don't know.
I mean, the latest thing being the Charlie Kirk thing for me. I don't know if you saw that actual death, but like
I haven't. No.
I know.
At some point, I was wondering if I'd find it somewhere because people were posting warnings about it being posted around on Discord, but I didn't have that happen. So yeah.
Yeah. So I watched it, and it was this weird, like, I know I should be horrified at the thing I'm seeing, and I'm horrified at the idea of it. Specifically, the first place I went is I would hate to see somebody I loved in that position, right? Because like he had family or whatever there. Like that's scarring. So that's kind of the first place I went. And never did the actual scene of him gushing like a water fountain, like that was never the thing that disturbed me. And then that made me think I'm fucked because that should be like repulsive. But yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
And in the same way, the first time I watched Terrifier, that scene that we keep talking about, the idea of it was gross, but the execution didn't make me cringe or anything. Like I wasn't like, oh god, that's so like disgusting, but it was just the thought of like, that probably hurts. I don't know, like there's I don't know.
I think the first time I watched it, to play into what the movie's doing, I feel like if you look away, you're actually helping the movie in a way, because you're like, your mind is probably more creative in what's happening on screen than what is on screen. So the second time I just watched the scene, I feel like the first time I cringed at the scene and might have like inflated it a little bit. So it's kind of a weird thing that can happen. I've seen similar to what we're talking about with I've seen a moment where a ambassador or something was stabbed or shot at a bank, and then it's just this knowledge of like that person will die later, and it's like, oh, okay, so I sort of saw a murder. But yeah, it's just this kind of, I don't know, like the extent of it didn't really get captured in video. So I don't know. And are we at the point now where you've seen a lot of horror stuff and like weird film? If you watched somebody so when I saw this video that obviously fucked me up and desensitized me, I was still pretty young, right? Like that was
over 20 years ago or something. Like, it was a long time ago. I had seen horror movies, but it didn't really click in the same way. At this point, do you think that at your age and with like your past experiences of seeing stuff and watching stuff like Terrifier and All Hallows Eve or whatever, if you saw the same thing that I did now, do you think you would even like register that it's real in the same way and it would fuck you up, or do you think you'd be able to like more easily brush it off?
No, something about fictional beheadings in certain like it's how it's presented can really stick with me a little bit. Like, there's a certain grindhousey way of presenting it with like weird off-tone music and stuff. There's something that can still get to me. So I don't know. I probably would do better not to see that happen.
Yeah,
for
sure.
So,
no, I got you.
Yeah,
I was just wondering if maybe it was just a weird, while you were young, not fully like developed, like there's probably a bunch of reasons why that stuck with me.
Would scar more profoundly younger.
And I'm wondering now if like I had watched that now, if I was just like, if I have enough shields up in my age and like things that have desensitized me, that like it would have as much of an effect, or maybe it would still, because real shit hits different in a way that I don't like, but it's not as like traumatizing, I don't think.
Yeah, I think it like I prefer having that veil of fiction or excuse of fiction. It makes me feel less insane.
Totally.
Yeah, I guess I'd worry if I saw something genuinely horrible and I don't feel irked too much by it. I might start like being like, I must be insane or something. Like, I should probably go into therapy.
That's why that video fucked me up of Charlie Kirk, because I had that moment of like, the actual thing that's happening isn't like what is bugging me about this. It's like the empathetic part of like, that sucks to be the people traumatized.
My personal reaction to that whole situation did make me feel like really out of sync with the world or something. I felt like I should probably go to group therapy. Like, yeah, it's like, no, but dark comedy, right? And it's like, it's like, well, no, but you're not supposed to interpret reality that way. It's not a Coen Brothers movie. It's like, yeah, all right. I don't know.
Well, yeah, that's kind of it, is that it feels almost so out there that it feels fake, right? Like, movies have ruined us.
Yeah. It's like you just see it as a screenplay falling into place or something like that.
Kind of.
It's just, it's weird, yeah. I interpret reality too much.
Yeah.
So, like, events like that specifically have just been deadening since Columbine or something. Like, it's just like anytime a gun crime happens in America, it just seems like a parody of the last time it happened or something. Like, it's just like gets sillier as time goes on.
Like the script is getting weirder or something.
Or just isn't hitting the way it used to or whatever. Like back like 20 years ago, a movie like Elephant would be like, oh, that's crazy. You can't make a movie about that. It's like kind of a school shooter movie that Gus Van Sant did, right?
It was like that when it came out. People were not happy that he made a movie on that tragedy. I remember it.
But it's like, this is like, it would be almost irresponsible not to make a movie about it at some point, because it's happening so often that it's like a huge issue. Like, I don't know.
Well, like, they made a movie on World Trade Center, like, shortly after 9/11 happened, so nothing is really sacred.
It was a little valorous, though. I feel like
it was.
Once Hollywood feels comfortable mocking something like that, then it's like, oh, we've crossed into some new threshold of like, because like, I was watching World War II stuff. Once they get to camping it up with World War II, even if you want an Inglourious Bastards or something like that, but like in the 60s and 70s, there was already like exploitation films riffing on it. It's just like, oh, this is weird. Like, this is insensitive, but at some point it's like children of war veterans are trying to process it and creatively, and they're making a thing. Like, I don't know how long reverence holds, you know? So we're at what, 24 years since 9/11? Like, I'm assuming there's going to be comedy about it soon, if it hasn't already happened.
I'm sure like, it has, right?
Maybe.
I'm sure there's some of that out there. Yeah, weird.
So yeah.
It was just a weird tangent. I thought that, like, Terrifier should, I guess, terrify me more, but there's a problem somewhere in my brain where watching it is just like, no, this is fine.
I think that's why I found All Hallows Eve a little more scary, because it sort of invades a suburban space, like a safe space.
Sure.
And crosses like a screen to reality base as well. It kind of, I find that creepy and something that hasn't been exploited perfectly to my mind. Like, I'm just like there's ideas I have about what would really scare me that haven't been perfectly executed yet. To where it's like, oh, the movie that would bone chill me still hasn't come together yet, because I have like a series of buttons that I know can be pressed or whatever.
Sure.
So at some point, at some point, I don't know if that will happen from somebody else, or if I'm supposed to put something together to freak myself out. But whatever.
Yeah.
But anyway, fictional murder is not even murder at all. Like, there's just a set of people eating snacks after. It's fun, right? It's not like Cannibal Holocaust, where they had to go to trial to prove everybody was alive. So
where they actually did like torture animals and stuff. That movie pisses me off.
Yeah, I have seen a lot of animals die. It's crazy. But that was just legal for a while, or it depends which country you're in. But
yeah, true.
So yeah, stay tuned for Terrifier 2. Much more so. It's at least an hour longer, so we'll see how that goes. And yeah, I guess our bodies survived the night, but did our souls? I don't know. We'll find out.
I don't know. Maybe I figured out my soul died a long time ago, and I don't like it. Maybe that's what happened.
Can we reanimate it though through podcasting? That's up to you, the listener, and the questions you send. No, I don't know. Do we do questions on this show?
I mean, we could, but no, because we don't know we know we're going to talk about Terrifier movies, so I guess we could put out a call for that, but generally we don't know what we're going to talk about until, I guess I could like use social medias, but then I have to use social medias. I don't know.
Well, there's other ways where I'm on Blue Sky, an OK Video podcast. How about that? So you can yell at me in my horrible, out of touch ways. Keep me up to date on the memes that I'm not knowing.
On the memes.
Yeah, I need to know what these words mean. With firsthand transference, that's the best way to remember them.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, next time we talk, it'll be about Terrifier 2. So hope you're there for that, listener.
Yeah.
See you then.
Once again, I'm Nathan.
Oh yeah, and I'm Paul.
Thanks for surviving.
Yeah, there's no sign off or whatever. we gotta figure out a sign off for next time.
Live free.
Survive hard.
Anyway, Kevin Smith.
Bye.
Check him out.